Change here on 120 Sports. Dave Ross
What's up, my dear?
in the house. Hey, there was a lackluster fight last night.
Yeah, it's rather boring. We didn't expect it
Disappointing.
to be boring
No,
because Canelo and Chavez Jr., the Battle of Mexico.
it was
Oscar
boring.
De La Hoya asked me, he says, have you ever seen two Mexicans in a boring fight? And I said, no, it doesn't exist. And then we saw
You
it.
lied. You
Well,
lied to everybody.
It wasn't supposed to be boring.
Well,
Chavez
the best
Jr., what
part
happened
of
to
the
you?
fight was after when
No
they
doubt.
announced that Canelo is now going to face Triple G.
Yes.
Oscar De La Hoya has high hopes for that super fight. Let's hear what he had to say.
He should.
We have two great warriors here. This is the most anticipated fight, okay? Right next to Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. But the difference is that this fight is going to have a lot of action, non-stop action. And therefore, we're calling this fight Bombs Away.
We go legit or nah. Canelo versus Gennady Golovkin will live up to the hype that will build between now and September 16th.
It's legit. I like what Oscar's doing. Now he's master promoter, Oscar De La Hoya. He was the golden boy of boxing. He's a Hall of Famer, so now he comes up with bombs away. But he's right. I mean, this is what these two guys do, is that they don't go in there to win on points. They go in to knock you out. That's what Gennady Golovkin has made his hallmark boxing name on, and Canelo Alvarez, conversely, in the lower weight classes, that's what he's done. So the question is, can Canelo come up and use that punching power and knock out a bigger guy? If you saw what he did last night to Chavez Jr., a bigger guy could knock him out. Now, he looked great. I mean, Canelo looked fantastic, and he easily won this fight, and he won every single round, 120 to 108 on all three judges' cards. But what you do note there is when you say bombs away, Oscar, is Canelo, he'll throw those bombs, but can he knock out the naturally bigger guy in Triple G? That's going to be the question. And conversely, can he handle the real punching power that Gennady Golovkin possesses versus Chavez Jr., who, let's just say, maybe doesn't have the same type of power that clearly a Triple G has. So while you're fighting a bigger guy, can you take what he's going to dish out that Chavez Jr. could not dish out? So I think there's a huge difference there when you look at fighting a bigger guy. Clearly, he's already proven I couldn't knock out Chavez Jr. in a fight I won easily. But he's just a bigger guy, and Floyd Mayweather's run into that problem too. When Floyd's fought naturally bigger men, like Canelo Alvarez, couldn't knock him out. He whipped him, but he couldn't knock him out. When he fought Oscar De La Hoya back in 2007, Floyd couldn't knock him out. It's a little guy, big guy syndrome. So we're going to have another case of that here. Canelo's the smaller guy, naturally. There's nothing he can do about that. Yes, we can bulk up and be the same weight, but height-wise, I just don't have those inches. And yeah, I got to punch up. And for people who have never done that inside the squared circle, that wears you out. That will tire you out, punching up to naturally bigger people.
So for a way too early prediction, who do you like better in this fight?
I love
We
the
have
heart.
until September.
Yeah, see, Canelo has the heart that Chavez Jr. will never have, and that was on display last night, and that's why the little guy was the much better fighter in there against the big guy. Canelo's not, he'll never quit. He does have that Mexican pride instilled in him, and it's something that Chavez Jr. never got from his daddy. Canelo has it, so he'll never go quietly into that good night. But as much as you try, and as much as you want to, at the end of the day, can you? And I don't know that he can. Gennady Golovkin is so much bigger naturally. And again, on fight night, they'll be at the same weight. And then the next day, he'll rehydrate. And Gennady Golovkin will be the bigger puncher. I do love what Gennady said to him. He said, good luck come September 16th. And then what did Canelo say? Luck's for losers.
Hey, I do have a question. I just thought about this quickly. If Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather fight, that's going to completely overshadow this thing.
It could, depending on when that date is announced.
Well, you said it's going to be this year.
It's going to be this year. I think it's going to be
September
December
is
now.
getting close to the end of the year.
I think what Dana White does, though, is he realizes let's let them have their day. And Floyd Mayweather knows that, too. He's been in every fight he's ever been in has been a huge promotion, right? So let's let them have their day. I mean, Dana White was at the fight last night. So he gets this as a businessman, too, that you don't want to oversell the public on two massive boxing matches, because we know that's what it's going to be with Floyd and Conor when it happens. It'll be a boxing match, not a mixed martial arts fight. So let's let them have their date on September 16th. All right, maybe that throws us off our kilter a little bit, and maybe that's what we had designs to do. We can back this thing up to November, December, And by that point, no matter what happens September 16th, we'll all still be ready to see what happens somewhere down the road, but it will be this calendar.
And nothing says Christmas like people knocking each other out. Merry Christmas.